Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This taken in right around the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Thielen going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The Panthers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, Young. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
You look at this Packers defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Down to about the 32. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
2nd down, Young. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. A play fake. Now Young. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Young looks to throw on 1st down.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Hey, look at this Packers defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Young on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would admit...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The end result, 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. First down, going to the air with Love.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Right back to him on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Packers are back within a score.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Young.
Checks this down to Hubbard.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
2nd and 5.
They go play action. Young.
This is caught by McMillan.
Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On second down, Young.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Okay, right?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are 2 defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Love.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
This now a 3rd and 4.
To throw now. Here's Love. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
This is up and good from Piñeiro.
And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing. Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Love now to pass on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
J.C. Horn up to make the tackle.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Jacobs will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will shrink to 6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Watch the screen. Showing up. Check, man.
Right back to Hubbard.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Young off the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Love looking to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A 2nd down throw for Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Love. Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a give to Jacobs running right, and they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Myers' kick is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. It's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he powers his way up past the 30. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
A handoff. Jacobs running to the left.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Love.
Out to the left here to Reed.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here's 1st down. Love.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Young.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Young.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Young. He'll find McMillan here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout.
This is 1st and 10. Young to throw.
And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Now Young. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Well, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Young to throw. Flush to his... Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
One last shot for Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for the Packers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.